on a bit of sugar high.
This
hello
is
everybody.
This is the Grillcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will, and I have 4 cookies.
And what's today, Will?
Today is Manic Mondays.
Could you do it a little more intensely? I'm just kidding.
Manic Mondays!
Oh no. So for Manic Mondays, we're going to tell you to like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to this podcast, and share it on your social medias, especially on Fiverr. I'm just going to come up with a different company every single time. We'll move to TikTok next.
Put it on Google Plus.
Yes, a completely failed social network. As always, I'm Chris. This video's over. No. Today we're going to be talking about Jedi Fallen Order, or EA's first attempt at a real Star Wars single-player game.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Why don't we get some statistics pulled up here, and Will can talk about how he feels about this game.
Well, thus far, it's great. The thing is, so Respawn is the people who actually developed the game, and honestly, every game that Respawn has made is really good. So Titanfall 1 was really great, but I mean, it was a multiplayer-only game, so it didn't really appeal to me, but the people who played it said that they really loved it. Titanfall 2 was a hidden gem of this generation, very underappreciated. I was hesitant when they announced that they were making a Star Wars game only because it was being published by EA. Otherwise, I would have been ecstatic. And what's amazing about this is that it doesn't seem that EA interfered too much in the development of this game, because it is a good vision. It's single player, doesn't have microtransactions, and pretty much every review is very positive on this game. So it is almost like Respawn just published it themselves. What's your take?
One example of this success that we've seen, right? This is literally just Steam, okay? It says almost between 1 and 2 million owners on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it sold between 5 and 7 million the last time I checked, if I am not mistaken.
And the peak concurrent players for yesterday, that'd be on 12/14, so that's what, a month? Yeah, 1 month since release. Still had over 5,000 concurrent players, and this isn't even a multiplayer game. So
no, it isn't. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. And this is after EA said that first-person playing games were dead.
Yeah, and it says the user score for this game is 92%, so that's pretty good. The meta score, which is like when you factor in critics and people that really don't play games, probably 81%.
It's still really positive.
That is. For the critics, they'll be like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. That's pretty high praise.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It says an average of over 5 hours of playtime in the last 2 weeks. I believe that's what that means. On average of 14 hours of playtime to 18 hours of playtime. So that's pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah. So basically, it's been a resounding success. I don't know how much money they put into it to develop it, but again, between 5 and 7 million copies sold, I'm sure EA and Respawn made a bunch of money on this game. So what do you think this means going forward for EA? Do you think they're actually going to get their heads out of their butt and realize that more single player games and games without microtransactions is the way to go, or do you think this is a fluke?
I think that it's completely dependent upon how much money they make on a game like this, right? Because you got Need for Speed Heat, which was released at the same time as this, essentially. No microtransactions on that either. Okay. Now, the problem with a single-player game such as this, right, is you have to have replayability. Otherwise, people will play it, finish it, and then it'll basically die. Right? So the biggest advantage to multiplayer games is they have a consistent user base over time. A game like this is complete once, maybe twice, and if you're a die-hard fan, you might play it over and over and over again. But those people are few and far between, right? So the game doesn't stay relevant long enough. Now, if the price starts dropping, you start seeing deals, you'll see resurgences over time.
Yeah.
But that initial purchase rate is what you're stuck at.
I suppose for a single-player game, it doesn't really matter much about player retention as long as you got that money up front. If you want player retention for a single player game and we're still making money off of it, you have to release DLC of some sort.
which I fully expect for this game.
Yeah, I fully expect it too. I think it's going to happen.
Like,
at the very least, cosmetic items, because I realize that everyone likes to customize their poncho in the game, but you might be able to put more in. I think you can pack more into the game without changing the actual campaign itself, and then you can also go off in different directions from the campaign.
If I can't play as Jabba the Hutt, I want no business playing this game.
The thing is, so I can understand now why they chose to have just one character and not have it customized, because they're trying to tell his story. However, I'm still disappointed it's not like Knights of the Old Republic where I can customize my character. Maybe I want to play as an alien. I might want to be a Twi'lek. You have no idea. So why can't I be a Twi'lek?
You can't play as a Twi'lek in Knights of the Republic.
Well, it's 2019, so you'd think that it would upgrade it to the point where I can do that, Chris.
Maybe in KOTOR
Follow
3.
my train of thought here, Chris.
KOTOR 3, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, I guess this gives me some faint hope that EA will make another single-player Star Wars game.
I think that they would have infinite possibilities to put it during the Clone Wars, because they have an infinite number of Jedi during that time. And
yeah.
It's a spanning of, I don't know how many years, 5 years or something.
So
anyway,
chronologically, where does this one fit in?
This one is between episode 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. So after Anakin
went you're stuck between two times, and it's canon. So you know the story essentially. So he's got to die at some point. So you know that's going to happen at some point. You know there's an end point once you get to Luke. You can't go past it. Whereas with the Clone Wars, I mean, again, you have infinite possibilities. You can have a different Jedi every time. You can customize Jedis, and yeah, lots of cool opportunities.
I want to be Plo Koon. No.
Yes.
Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yes, that's
that giant forehead. That giant forehead. No. Mace Windu. Well, they had him in Lego Star Wars, so. So where I'm at with this is, if this can be successful, and somehow EA can get the rights to do it, since they already have half of the rights with BioWare, give me KOTOR 3.
Yes. Or
finally
it.
Get Disney to finally call it canon again, because there's no good reason why it can't be.
No. No. Again, it has really nothing to do with the movies, and it's so far in the past that it'd be fine. They should just make it canon. It's ridiculous.
Well, the only reason I can even... So when does The Mandalorian take place? The show? I haven't watched it. I don't have...
I think it also takes place before episode 4, or it's during the same time.
No. What? Really? Why would they
pretty certain everything is set between that time. Don't quote me on this. I haven't watched it, but they have a Baby Yoda, so I don't know how they would have the Baby Yoda if it wasn't after that time period. What does it say? It's too small on my screen.
It says you're right, in between 3 and 4, but that doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Because the Baby Yoda exists.
Yeah, so it could be Yaddle, or whatever that thing is called, and Yoda.
Yeah.
And then now you got, I'm trying to think of a funny Yibble.
I forgot that one exists. Oh, great. Now our video is going to get claimed. We just saw the president.
Oh, no.
He's going to monetize it for himself. If we could even monetize it. Anyways. I think this drop-off here is significant, though. When you look at the number of people watching people play this on Twitch.
It's a single-player game, though. Who the heck wants to watch someone play a single-player game?
Dude, that's the only kind of game I would watch on Twitch.
Yeah, okay. You are not the typical viewer, though, Chris.
But here's what I've learned about Twitch, okay? So, sometimes Twitch is way off, but overall, whatever percentage of people are watching on Twitch, there's probably about 10 times that amount actually playing. So if you look at this, right, if there was 112,000 viewers on day one, there's probably about 1 million people playing.
I can see that.
So that's how I've always kind of factored it, like Twitch times 10. It's been pretty accurate overall, but you're saying total sales are probably closer to 5 million? 5 to 7, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
So based on that, I'd say EA is a resounding success of a game.
Yeah, I think so.
And I'm probably going to try it sometime next year.
Though they consider Battlefield 5 a failure, and it sold 8 million. So I
I
don't
guess it
know
depends
what.
on the budget.
Yeah, I don't know what metrics they're using over there at EA.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Well, I will pull up some gameplay so we can talk about that a little bit. It looks cool, but I haven't played it yet, so I can't comment on the gameplay.
It does not play like The Force Unleashed. So if you're going into it thinking that you're gonna be as powerful as Darth Vader or Yoda right out the gate, it's not gonna happen, and you're never gonna be like that. It's much more subdued.
Star Wars is one of the biggest franchises.
Yep, that's it right there. That's the gameplay.
Yeah, that's the original Star Wars game that I have on the SNES. So this is the gameplay. This is the completionist. We're taking some gameplay footage from him while we talk. Fair use, fair use. But no, it looks good. And look, he's even showing some.
Skip forward right now because it hasn't even.
Some nice
even
little
gotten to
bullet
it.
footage. This is it.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, cinematically, it looks really great, and you know, the lead guy is a ginger, so obviously it's great.
Yeah, and this is the second time that we've had a Jedi that was the Joker.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And look, he's comparing it to other games. No,
Yeah.
it looks like a hack and slash Star Wars game with some mega bosses. It looks good.
Yeah. It's cool. I want to be an alien though.
Now that we've run out of things to say. All right, Will. As always, please share these videos with all your friends on your social medias, especially Fiverr. And please comment down below, subscribe to this podcast, and like this video. I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And we will see you
In the next Cocast. Bye.